From the BBC, France strikes. 1 million people protest against Macron's rise in the retirement age. So more than 1 million people have joined a day of protests and strikes, and this is according to France's Interior Ministry, against plans to push back the age of retirement from 62 years old to 64 years old. Some 80,000 protesters took to the streets of Paris with demonstrations in 200 more French cities. French President Emmanuel Macron has called the reforms, quote, just and responsible, but they are facing a make-or-break moment. The strikes have severely disrupted public transport and many schools were closed. Protests took place across France as train drivers, public sector workers, and refinery staff walked out. The head of the big CGT union, Felipe Martinez, put the total number of protesters at beyond 2 million, much higher than the government's 1.1 million figure. They said 400,000 people had joined the biggest march from the Palace in Paris. Buoyed by their success, the unions called for another day of action, this time on the 31st of January. Police were out in force in Paris in case of violence from ultra-left Black Bloc infiltrators, but there were few clashes and 38 arrests. Prime Minister of France praised both the police and the unions for the good conditions in which the protest had taken place. On some rail lines, as few as 1 in 10 services were operating, while Paris Metro was running a skeleton service. And as always, the link is in the video's description if you guys want to read more. A lot of protests going on in Europe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.